Hey witches, welcome back. Athena here. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about moon cycles, what they mean, and how you can use them to benefit your life. Each month we have a full moon and a new moon. In between we have a waxing, which is moving into a full moon, and a waning moon, which is moving into a new moon. Throughout the month, the energy of the moon ebbs and flows depending on where she is in her cycle. In the lead up to a full moon, the energy is quite high and quite intense. Around this time, you may notice that you have more vivid dreams, you're not sleeping as well, and the energy of others around you as well can be quite chaotic. It is a really great time for releasing and ending old cycles. I usually do a full moon ritual around this time to honor the full moon and the energies around that. I take it as an opportunity to really take stock of where I'm at in the month, of what I need to let go, what I need to release. And it's also a really great time to just cleanse and just let go of old energy and things that are no longer serving you in your life. So with the new moon, which sometimes you may also have heard it referred to as a dark moon, is when the moon is fully dark. So there's no light. It's a very mystical time. It's a time to go within. It's a more of a inward energy. So the new moon is a really beautiful opportunity to explore your inner world, and it's a fantastic time for manifesting and for birthing new projects. So around the new moon, I would take this opportunity to do a new moon ritual, which is a very, very fertile time to plant the seeds of manifestation. So not so much actively manifesting, but more laying that foundation and that groundwork for your manifestation. So really fertile to plant those seeds. So we can use both the full moon and the new moon transitions as a great tool to benefit our own lives energetically. I use both the full moon and the new moon. I actually have them noted in my organizer to keep track of where the moon is at, to more as a reminder to check in around that time, and they create a general theme. So I do both a new moon and a full moon ritual, and each ritual is quite different from each other due to the different energies around the moons. Really great time to check in and see where you're at in that month and move forward more consciously and with more clarity. So on the full moon, which I am going to do a video for you guys just so you can see what I do for my full moon ritual. I do a little ritual for myself, sometimes with friends as well, which is really lovely to get your friends together and do a little ritual together. But it's fine to do it on your own too. Most of the time I just do it on my own. Take the opportunity to do a little ritual. So on the full moon, I do a ritual, which for me usually consists of a grounding meditation. So I will do a grounding and releasing meditation before I start my ritual, and it just gets me in that place of just feeling centered and having that clarity. Then I will write down everything I would like to release for the coming month. So I just write a little list down, just a pen and paper is fine. Just on a little piece of paper, I would write down all the things that I would like to release for the coming month. Some examples would be, I would like to release my fear of change, or I would like to release a negative habit. For example, say if you, smoke cigarettes or something like that, I would like to release that particular negative habit, or particular feelings, such as fear or self-doubt or lack of confidence, anything that you can think of that is really holding you back, and being mindful, coming up to the new moon, you would want to release things that are going to prevent you from being able to manifest the life that you want. So after I write everything down on my list, I have a little bowl or cauldron or whatever you have handy, something that's heat proof. Doing this obviously in a safe space, I set my list on fire. It's a really not only very symbolic, but it's a very powerful way of releasing and letting go all of those things that no longer serve you. It is amazing to just cleanse that and just set it on fire, and it feels damn good as well to set that list on fire. Now, bearing in mind you must do this in a safe space, but sometimes you might notice that you've set your paper on fire and it stops burning. It doesn't continue to burn. That is actually a sign that you might have certain things on your list that you're actually not ready to release. So if that happens, it's a really good idea to be mindful of what you're writing down, and when you're really putting that out there that you want to release whatever it is on your list, that you put your energy into letting that go. Like, it's not just a matter of writing it down and then setting it on fire and being like, okay, cool, I've let that go now. You have to be really conscious of the things that you're writing on your list, that you're really ready to let that shit go. Because once you burn it, that is it. It's gone. You can move forward, that those cycles have ended. So it's really, really important that you're conscious when you're writing your list and you are truly ready to let that go. And I say that because if there's certain things that you mightn't 100% be ready to let go, it's important that you readdress those, have a look at those particular aspects and work on whether it's healing or becoming aware of what those particular things are, so you can release those blockages, release any of that negative energy or particular things that are holding you back. So once I have set my list on fire, I usually scatter my ashes outside. So when you are releasing the ashes, scattering in your garden, it's great to visualize all those things that you've written down on your list, letting them go and letting them blow away in the wind. It's a great visualization technique as well to release anything. So after I burn my list, I then sage myself, which I have done a previous video about how to sage your crystals. Very similar to that, except it's your own aura or energetic space. So obviously getting your white sage, again, I would just say make sure that that's ethically sourced if you are going to be purchasing online. If you can grow your own sage, even better. But just making sure that white sage is ethically sourced, and using a bowl or heat-proof dish and having your sage lit and smudging, and you just cleanse your aura, sage yourself. It just helps to release and clear and cleanse that as well. So I will do a video tutorial just for you guys to be able to actually see my ritual and what I do within it. But yeah, really, really great to cleanse yourself afterwards. I also put out my crystals to charge. I have previously done a video for this, just so you guys can see what I do for that. After I do my little ritual, it is a reminder for myself also to put my crystals out to charge. I use my little organza bag and just peg those on the clothesline, just making sure you're putting those somewhere safe. Also do a ritual for the new moon as well. I'm sure you've heard a lot around doing, a full moon ritual and all that sort of thing, but I like to do a ritual for both. I think the new moon's just as powerful and potent, and it's that yin and yang. There's that release and that calling in. So you have the male energy of the full moon, which is very powerful. It's like letting things go, it's action. And then you have the feminine energy of the new moon, which is very inward. It's very present, nurturing. Yeah, it's that feminine creative energy of manifesting and bringing things to life. So I also do a new moon ritual to honor that energy of that moon phase as well. So it's a really, really powerful time to manifest and initiate new projects. So to commence my new moon ritual, I will usually do a gratitude meditation, and that's just expressing all the things in the past month that have come into my life, or that I have experienced that I'm grateful for. So I usually write out a little list of just things that I'm grateful for, and it's really nice to set the tone for when you're manifesting as well, just to get into that place of gratitude and appreciation, because unless we're feeling grateful and thankful for the things and experiences that we already have in our lives, we're not going to be able to manifest anymore. And why should we? If you're not happy with what you have right now, then why are you going to be happy with having any more? So it's really, really important to express gratitude for the things that we currently have in our lives and that we've been able to experience. It's really, really important. So around this time, I focus on what I want to manifest for the next moon cycle. So for the next month between this new moon and the next new moon. So it's a really good time to get clear on our goals, to be clear on any new projects, especially creative is a really good time around this new moon for anything creative. Yeah, really fantastic to just focus on our goals, anything that we desire to manifest, to initiate, and get really clear on that, and to be able to hold yourself accountable for the next month. So the new moon's a fantastic time for planning, setting out goals and manifesting. And then as we move out of the waning phase and into the waxing phase again, coming into the new moon, the energies will build up, and that is when we take action. So we don't take action on new moon. It's more about laying that foundation and laying the groundwork and planting those seeds. So as we move out of that inward energy of the new moon, we can take action and really hook in and focus on achieving the goals and plans that we've set out for ourselves in that new moon period. I also take the new moon as a time to cleanse my altar, to tidy my altar. It's a really good time to get your affairs in order essentially for the next moon phase. So I'll clean and cleanse my altar, and I'll also cleanse all of my crystals. Some of my crystals I'll cleanse a little bit more regularly than each month, but most of my crystals I usually just cleanse on the new moon. So it's a really good time to make sure your home's clean, your altar space is clean. A really good time for cleansing your home as well. I'll through the day open up my house and cleanse my home, and just really lay the foundation for the next month and what you would like to call in and what you would like to achieve. Thank you so much for watching this episode. It's been really great talking about the moon cycles and how they can actually really benefit your lives when we work with those energies. I will be doing tutorial videos of both my new moon and full moon ritual, just so you can see what I do personally in those. And obviously everyone's practice is different. So, yours will be your own ritual and you can build on that from whatever you want. But it's just a good foundational video just so you can see what I do and then create your own individual practice from that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.